I'm earning over 3 times what I was this time last year. So what else can you put it down to? It's definitely, the program has definitely changed something in my brain that has made me more optimistic and positive about the future, and yeah. In 2008, we nearly hit rock bottom. So all the financial pressures, the debts, absolutely everything all just came crumbling on top of us. We're about, at the time, about $1.2 million in debt, with no money coming in, no nothing. And then even with the mining, it still wasn't helping. We were barely keeping our head above water. And then in 2011, I got injured on a mine site as well. So you basically, you live on 80% of your income because the workers' comp only pays you 80%. You don't get your full pay. And I was sunk into depression. I went down a hole really bad, and that's when I first came to see you. We actually worked on our debt plan on Sunday night, and we're $525,000 in debt, and these are what you call unsecured debts. So it means we have no asset attached to that debt. They say, oh, you've got to believe it and stuff. I'm reading a book at the moment where they talk about you've got to believe it before you can achieve it. Well, that's all well and good, but when you've been up and down with money all the time, how do you believe that it's going to come? First day was a big change, second day was a bit of a change as well. And then I did second session. Didn't really notice much of a change in the second session and the third session, but it kind of compounded. And then my last session, I came out and didn't really notice anything at all. But then the next day, when you're filling out the diary, the proof's in that. And then here we are a week later, and I don't even think about money anymore. So I've had something happen this morning, which, as I was just saying, I just finished a session, and I would be stressed, I'd be worried, I'd be non-stop thinking about it. I'd take it into tomorrow, I'd take it into Sunday, so tomorrow's Saturday. Now I don't feel anything. There's no worry or stress. I'm like, huh, it's kind of like, whatever. It's crazy, it really is. Within a couple of sessions, I think maybe session 2 or 3, I noticed that when money came up, it was more of a, I can do it, yeah, I know. So when I'm looking to the future in relation to money, it was like, I can do it. Yeah. Whereas beforehand, there was a lot of worry and stress and like, oh, can I? No, you can't. And you got this kind of self-talk going on in the back of your head. So that was a big change. I feel a bit closer to my daughter a bit. I suppose she probably would pick up on it. She's very like me, can pick up on feelings. So if I'm like that, she may not want to come back around me, but yeah, she's been definitely different. So yeah, it's obviously changed the family life as well. So it's so subtle along the way that you don't really notice it. But then I looked at my diary when I started writing it, and I'm like, wow, what a change. And see, the big change for me is I don't think about money in the negative way or in the past. I don't drag stuff that's happened in the past forward. I'm actually, when I think about money, I'm thinking about the future. The money coming in's a lot better. Even to the fact that we've been paying off some debts that we've had for a while. We've had some of these debts. We actually paid off one the other day that we've had since 2007. So yeah, long time, and just making little payments. We actually had enough money to actually pay it off, completely get rid of it. So that was weight lifted off like crazy. I nearly cried, like it was so emotional. I've been dragging this around for what? That's probably about 10, 11 years. And to get that, that's just one, and we've got another one, and then even with tax time coming and the money that we're getting back with tax and that, I reckon we'll be able to get rid of another one as well. So all positive financial stuff as well. So yeah, huge. I've paid more in tax than I earned this time last year in a week. So I'm earning probably 3 times what I was this time last year, doing the same thing. Still in sales. I've been in sales all my life, so it's made a massive difference. We paid off probably nearly $50,000 in debt, since just before April last year, and we've saved up a fair bit for a deposit on a house, so we're actually building a house as well. And my wife, when we started to make the inquiries on the house, she's like, nah, it won't happen, there's no way it'll happen. And then now it's all literally, we're a month away from settlement, and she just still can't believe it, because she thought it would be like 5-10 years away. She just thought there's no way we're ever going to get back in the housing market, and it's literally, we should be in before Christmas this year. So she's pretty blown away. So here we are, March now. It was December that I started to think, hey, we could buy a house now. So I started to make some inquiries, and yeah, it all came about pretty quickly after that. I don't actually look back and go, oh, it was the program, but I know it was. Like when you ask that question, I look and go, there's no other explanation. Like, I've not changed much else in my life. I still read books, I still listen to positive stuff, I listen to audios every day. I fill my brain with a lot of positive stuff. You're in sales, so you kind of have to. But yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that it's the program, because there's nothing else that could have made that impact in such a short time. I highly recommend the program. If someone had told me the results that I've got, I probably wouldn't have believed them. I've actually had someone ring me and not believe me, and I'm like, that's cool, I wouldn't have believed it either. But the results were pretty quick. I noticed the change within about a month. Probably the biggest change would have been about 3 months. I think when we did the last video, I'd seen some massive change then, and then a year later, I've hit some massive targets at work, which most people never even achieve. Like, there's guys that have worked for this company for like 3, 4, 5 years that haven't even hit this target, and I've doubled that target. So yeah, it's highly recommend do the program. It's very, very good. Yeah.